good night, everybody. This is our first recording show of Birra Abierta, and we have a great guest, Dr. Valda Samonis, otherwise known as Val Samonis, and he's a person with great experience, especially economic experience, and he just from many accomplishments, just speaking different languages, and he developed and taught graduate level courses, knowledge engineering, management for competing in the global economy, and he's residing now in Canada, and he also have an advanced international education degree in engineering, international management, business finance, and extensive hands-on secular and academic experience, as I mentioned, in different cultures, economic systems, and disciplines. So very welcome, and we're very happy to have you, Dr. Valdas, Dr. Samonis. How would you like us to address you?
Just now, please. Thank you so much, Jorge. I'm greeting you from northern Canada, where I am writing a book about the global economy, sitting in my rancho and enjoying the spring. Actually, very, very little advanced compared to Europe, or of course compared to Mexico, even less. But it's a quiet time away from COVID-19 to write a book. So thank you so much for the invitation.
Thank you so much for accepting this invitation. It's really a pleasure to have you here on the show. And well, we all hope that everybody really enjoys these shows. It's done thinking about you, your interests, and opening your view also. No? So stay tuned. We invite you to subscribe also. And please, Jorge, what do you want us to ask our special guest today?
Right. So maybe our audience don't know this very well, but you were born in Poland, but you have Lithuanian roots. So you are Lithuanian Canadian. You are very interested about Lithuanian affairs, Lithuanian economics. And I was just reading one of your many articles, very provocative, very controversial articles. And I wanted to see if you can further expand on this point about the economy of Lithuania, and then we can transition into what do you think about the current depression, or is it recession in the US? And it's an article from 2012 called Greeks Won, Lithuanian Lost. And it was written in March of 2012. So I don't know if you remember this article very well, but I will read you one paragraph that for me was very important. So it says, before they realized what is going on and who was robbing them, the Lithuanian people got clobbered by this new ambitious austerity policy, and the younger ones started emigrating in catastrophic numbers. Seeing no future in the country whose GDP was reduced from a low post-Soviet level by some 20% by the combination of the old nomenclatura, rent-seeking policies, and the global Great Recession. Lithuania is hollowing out, unfortunately. So you wrote this back in 2012, and now it seems prophetic because from many indications it keeps happening. But I think from living in Lithuania many years and from loving this country, the culture, this kind of perspective is seen as not correct or very negative. So what are your current thoughts on what you wrote back then?
Well, I wouldn't call it prophetic, but just simply extension of the economic laws that we have studied, myself and my students, including now even professors. So the main really engine that pushes forward the economy is creation and destruction. You are in Vienna, and so Jorge, so there is a very, very good American economist, actually hailing from Austria, probably from Vienna, Josef Schumpeter. And his idea was that the market economy is a creative destruction process. It destructs the old inefficient ways, or if the situation in the global economy or the society, global society or societies changes, then you have to really destruct the old ways and create the new ways. Just coming back to the article that we wrote together long ago, it's not so much a prophecy as the application of the ideas of great American economist Joseph Schumpeter to the societal processes, meaning that if the old managers, quote-unquote managers, come to do the new world, then they will not do it. They will just simply enrich themselves. And that's what they did in Lithuania. And I was unfortunately at the beginning also a bit naive. I only came to this conclusion in some time after 1992. So in the beginning, I was very hopeful. Unfortunately, that theory of Josef Schumpeter is certainly applicable to the situation of Lithuania, and now the whole world. The whole world, not only Lithuania, not only emerging markets, are in the process of transition from the 20th century economy to the 21st century economy. The economy which is central to North American integration.
Oh, guys, we
lost.
Miguel, can you?
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear Miguel?
I can hear you very well, but Miguel is just stopped, not moving.
Yeah, it's frozen.
Frozen, which is kind of strange in Mexico. I might be frozen in Canada.
Okay, so you can continue, please, Val.
Okay, so let's see the economy, the U.S. economy before, under the Trump administration, before COVID-19. It was an economy that was actually put some gas on, really to take away from the long-term development and into the very short-term enrichment of the nomenclatura, the oligarchy that surrounds Trump. So obviously the economy was really moving very fast in terms of very narrowly defined economic growth, and it actually hit the wall before COVID. That introduction of taxes that actually preferred billionaires, was a billionaire-oriented economy, and on the other hand, loosening the regulation, introduced elements of abuse of the economy for the enrichment of the few, for the enrichment of the oligarchy, a sort of a American nomenclatura, if you will. So that kind of growth can be done in a short period of time. It takes away from the real mover of the economy, which is middle class, as Josef Schumpeter, the great American economist of the Austrian descent, would say. So moves away from the long-term development of the economy, not just growth, but development of the economy, and towards the enrichment of those people who need no riches because who really needs to be a billionaire to have a good life? There should be no billionaires, whatever, because after a certain point of time, the usefulness of investments by billionaires is exhausted.